Hello everyone, and finally welcome Rosie! I've really enjoyed everyone's videos so far this past week. I know our schedule's a little bit off, but we will be back to our regular schedule shortly. I actually had a pretty awesome week and got to go on 2 adventures. So the first one was actually an assignment for my class, and I had to go observe a market. And as you 3 know, the Safeway close to my apartment closed down for renovations. So the next closest Safeway you could go to is on North Side, which is about like a half-hour bus ride away. And I was kind of putting off going, like I didn't really want to do the bus ride for that long, and I also don't have my bus pass anymore, so I'm gonna have to like pay for it, and I was just kind of like, I don't want to go. But Stella said she wanted to tag along, so I was like, okay, fine, might as well go, right? And lucky for us, we happened upon the Chocolate and Chalk Art Festival. And it was really cool because it was just like those typical, street fairs. But it also had all this chalk art on the ground by people who are like really serious artists to like 5-year-olds just having fun. And it was just like a nice surprise because like we were getting off the bus to go to the grocery store, and all of a sudden we see all this art just on the floor, and it was so cool. I actually shot a bunch of footage in the grocery store as well because I was going to make my assignment into my video, and I thought I was being all like super clever with my camera placement and things like that. But when I went back and looked at my footage, it was super shaky and was just giving me like motion sickness. Anyway, adventure number 2. So I don't know if you guys have heard about like the super hype over this movie called The Fault in Our Stars, and it started out as a book written by John Green, who is also one half of the Vlogbrothers. They had this kind of special event the night before the actual release, where they had like a limited release at theaters throughout the country, and they had like a live Q&A simulcast thing broadcast after the movie was over. And I'm not like a super fan of the book. I think it is a great book, but I was just very curious to see the movie because I kept on hearing that from the author himself, from John Green, that it was a great adaptation. And usually, like it's not often that an author will say a movie adaptation was really good and really faithful to the book and all that stuff, right? It was also really funny because like I went in and sat down, and the entire theater was just swamped with tweens, and like for every 7 to 10 tween girls there was like a mom there, and I was just like, props to the parents, man, for taking their kids there on a Thursday night and just knowing that they will be surrounded by little, like screaming girls or like sobbing or whatever, Anyway, so the movie. I don't want to say that taking film classes this past year has like ruined movies for me, because it caused me to really analyze just the technical aspects of the film too. Like, oh, I know there was a light there. Like, oh, look at that costume design. But at the same time, I think it's given me a much greater appreciation because I know people who do the jobs that happen on a film set. If you guys go watch the movie, I really, really hope that you guys notice the coloring that they use and the costume design, the set design. It was just all really, really well put together, and it just flowed so well, and it just gave the movie like the right feel and the right tone. It was really good. Like all the choices made, it was just brilliant. And I know that teams of people were behind, making these decisions, and it's really cool seeing all that stuff come together, and then knowing the amount of work that was put into it behind the scenes and all that stuff. The director or cinematographer also did this thing with the focus. It's called rack focus, but like they would like kind of mess with it during flashbacks and things like that, and it was just I thought it fit the entire film just really well. Like the entire film was just put together very, very well. As you can see, I really like the film and I highly recommend it. Okay, that's all for now. Bye.